Kyle reviewed. Like and subscribe.
Hey guys, just finished watching Black Lightning, Season 3, Episode 6, The Book of Resistance, Chapter 1, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Interesting episode, so this was cool, dealing with a little bit about, we had Nissa being sick and stuff, and a lot of this episode takes place dealing with the fallout of Black Lightning going out and kind of trying to take revenge on Tamon's death and stuff. But yet we don't see it, they completely cut this episode, and a pivotal part of the episode is just missing from one episode, from one scene to the next. It looks like we went from Tamon's funeral to back to the house, but apparently there was a missing action set piece there, and that's just oh shit, it pisses me off. And this is what the problem is with primetime TV and cable TV, is that you gotta fit this mold. You gotta have to fit into this stupid timeline because of the commercials, because of the network. So if this was on the HBO Max, or if this was on Disney, the DC Universe app or something like that, then yeah, you would have had that episode, that scene in, and the whole episode would have been better. It would have made more sense. But we're missing a key part of this episode because they gotta fit into this stupid format for the goddamn cable TV, and that's kind of the stuff that I really just don't like about these shows. I guess about all these cable shows, the whole CW shows, is that the budgets needs to be way bigger and way better. The show is really good. It does very well with the budget by keeping it down to a smaller chunk of episodes rather than the 22 episodes and stuff that all the other shows do. But we just missed a completely pivotal part for this episode, and they completely cut it out for no reason. We missed out on another action set piece, which is probably because of budget and probably because of time, which is annoying that's even a problem. The writers and people involved can't do a proper episode here because of budgetary constraints, and that just pisses me off. And this is why I think things need to get bigger budgets and higher budgets, and I want to push for bigger budgets, because this show would be great. It would be amazing if they double the budget per episode. That would be awesome. But so we dealing, like I said, we deal a lot with Anissa, getting sick and stuff, her not wanting to tell her parents. And she records this video at the beginning of the episode, but we never see that at the end of the episode. So is that going to happen in the next episode? When would she have recorded this stuff? Because it seems very kind of iffy as to where things would go. We didn't even see the beginning of her start to record this, or not worried about it or something like that. It was just kind of weird. We never came up, went 24 hours or anything like that to where she was about to record the video, or at least it wasn't clear as to at what point in the episode she was going to record the video that they showed us beginning of the episode, and it's just kind of it's interesting. We're going to wait and see how many episodes we have left. Let's just hear on IMDb. I think we only have a handful of episodes left, but we're on episode 6, so we have 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9 or 10 episodes. Yeah, it says 8, and it doesn't show 9, but it shows a 10th episode on here. So maybe we have 8, 9, or 10 episodes. So let's say we have 3 or 4 episodes left. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things kind of go. But it just seemed a bit the tension was slightly there with her getting sick from that, and her kind of dying. We'll have to wait and see as things get closer to the end. Or maybe they're just kind of keeping her out for the last episode. It seems a bit early if we have 4 episodes left for them to start making her sick, and this sick now before she dies. All the way to there, and she didn't really do anything to die. And I think if they're going to kill her off, going to make her have actually kind of done stuff. And yeah, she's done a bit stuff, but she didn't the act that actually killed her, the mission that killed her, ended up being a mistake, and she lost her target. Tamon died, right? So I think it would make better for the character, and I think see this show makes more sense for the show for them to, if they're going to kill her off, to do it to when she's actually she's accomplished something, and she did something that nobody else could have done, and she's kind of her a great sacrifice instead of it's for something good rather than just whoops, this mission failed, she dies type thing. So we'll have to wait and see, but just because of that, just feels like no so much weight to this episode. At least for her dying, I don't feel like she's actually going to die. But the acting for the 3 here is pretty good, and it is interesting seeing just seeing Grace kind of deal with that and stuff, and her skin kind of tingling and changing and stuff as she's dealing with her emotions, but she's able to keep them in check and stuff, so that's really interesting there. I'm glad that she's not changing and stuff, but it does seem a bit weird how just a fight between father and daughter, they get a little loud type thing, makes Grace completely lose it and her powers go crazy. But yet seeing Anissa dying here, which she assumes is dying, but nobody's actually said it, but clearly it looks like she's dying, doesn't set off her powers, or she doesn't lose it, or maybe they've been together and they've been getting closer and stuff. I don't know. I just wish we would have seen a little bit more of the relationship, or just write it so that we can understand that, okay, she's able to control her emotions, she's able to control her overreacting to stuff, in where she doesn't, overreacting to the situation, able to stay calm, right? But we don't really get that, but she just does. I guess we're just supposed to assume she did that off camera, but okay. We get a little bit of Jennifer meeting with, what was his name, but the guy from, the kid from school who has like the powers, he can control the earth and stuff, and he makes a diamond out of the rocks and stuff, so that's going to be interesting to see where things go with that. It seemed a bit weird with Jennifer's hair, though. Something kind of got me off guard when she saw her. It's like all of a sudden she had like longer hair than she usually has. I mean, it's obviously that they keep putting her in wigs and stuff, but it's just, this wig just it was a bit silly and just took me off guard that they had such a drastic, like from one episode to the next, all of a sudden her hair kind of doubled in length. At first it was like just underneath her ears, and all of a sudden it's past her shoulder blades, almost down to her elbows type thing. So it's just a bit weird. It caught me off guard there, and it just kind of threw me off. So yeah, it's interesting here. We got the death of Odell, is what seems like it. It seems like he didn't get there. Black Lightning didn't get there in time, so that'll be interesting to see as to where things go with that and how things are going to continue. How that's going to affect the ASA and stuff. And it's going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go. And the trailer for next week's episode looks interesting, with Henderson and his rebellion kind of, ramping up and doing actual stuff to take on the ASA, and Black Lightning have to get into in the middle of it, and actually seeing all the fight scenes that they're talking about would be something really interesting for our next episode. I think it's something revolutionary that they can actually do, rather than just kind of cutting it out and just talking about it as if it happened, but we never saw it type thing. So yeah, that just pisses me off. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Okay, Kyle has a YouTube channel called Kyle Reviewed. It's about Marvel and DC. I happen to know a little bit about DC since my initials are DC. All right, so if you like Kyle's interviews and videos and reviews and everything like that, then like and subscribe. If you don't like them, well, maybe you're just not a comic book fan.